Hello, Mr. Ma right here again. Welcome to another episode on how to gain financial freedom. The second episode. This episode is tagged spending habits. Right? For our newbies just joining us, you're welcome to the discourse. I especially welcome you, and I'm glad you're here. All right, I'm glad you're listening, and I hope to see you um, in the next podcast as well. So let's get right into what we have for ourselves today. So your spending habit. First things first, what is spending? Your spending refers to all types of expenses for goods and services or anything that is consumable. Okay, it is the most difficult nut to crack as your expenses reduce available cash for savings and investment and requires a lot of discipline. I tell you, okay, it requires a whole lot of discipline for you to be able to control your spending habits. Okay, as this is the only area where to a large extent lack of control can spell doom. If you can't control your spending, man, I really can't tell you what would happen because I'm not a seer, all right, but I can tell you categorically that if you can control your spending habits, then you're right on track to gain financial freedom, because it's going to tell on your finances. Everything you do revolves around your spending. Okay, it is also important for you to be able to differentiate between your wants and your needs. Mind you, your salary will not make you rich. Your spending habits will make you rich. All right. So you want to be wealthy, your spending habits will determine that as well. Okay. So good spending habits are critical for good finance management. All I'm saying is live within your resources, live within what you earn. All right. It is important to live within what you have. You should not go overboard. All right, your expenses cannot grow at the same rate as your income. It doesn't work like that. If you want to gain financial freedom, it doesn't work at that level. Otherwise, the vicious circle will never ever end. It keeps going round. If your expenses grow at the same rate as your income, the circle would not end. It would not end. It would continue to go round and round, and you keep complaining. Okay, so let me tell you what. When your income is growing at the speed of an antelope, your expenses should grow at the speed of a snail. Earn as much as you can, spend as little as possible. Respect and value money. All right. Once again, when your income is growing at the speed of an antelope, your expenses should grow at the speed of a snail. You should earn as much as you can, but spend as little as possible, and you should respect and value money. All right. Having said all this, okay, some of you would ask, okay, Mr. Ma, how do I control my spending habits? If you have that question for me, lucky you today. I have answers for you. You know, this channel is all about improving our lives, improving ourselves one by one, bit by bit. We cannot do everything at once. It takes it is step after another. And this series that we are considering is all about we gaining financial freedom, how to manage our finances and be on track to gain financial freedom. That is why we are here. All right. So back to what I'm saying. How do you control your spending habits? So I have four ways you can control your spending habits. Okay. So one, I need you to categorize your spending into maintenance. That's one. Secondly, into productive. 3, and adjourning. Lastly, flamboyant. You need to be able to group your spendings into maintenance, productive, adjourning, and flamboyant. When I say maintenance, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the things that are a necessity for your day-to-day living. These are the things you should place under maintenance. They are necessary. You can't do without them, all right? They are a necessity for your day-to-day existence. So these are the things you should place under maintenance. That's one. Okay. Secondly, productive. The things you spend on, believing that it would yield something for you in the nearest future, or the things you're spending on that yield something. Let's say you invest in your child and all of that, right? So you believe that, okay, fine, tomorrow when I grow old and I'm very, very aged, right, I can't walk and I can't do all of that, my child is to be my child should come in and do one of the things for me, right? So stuff like that. So those things that you know, that you spend on, that you believe would bring something for you or would yield something for you in the nearest future, those are the things you should place under productive. Thirdly, the things that are not so important, that you can just wave, you can just wave them over. Those things you should place them under adjourning, simply because you can move them forward, right? You can move them forward. So place them under adjourning. They are not so important. You can easily waive them. So those things should be placed under adjourning. And lastly, flamboyant. Flamboyant. All I'm saying is it's all about the things that you need to appear good. You want to look good. You want to look extravagant. Everything that you need to appear the way you want to appear, either your clothes, your shoes, your bags, your jewelries, your perfume and all of that, those things, place them under flamboyant. All right, so if you can group your spending, the things you spend on, either weekly, monthly, yearly, into these 4 groups. I'm not saying it's going to give you I'm not saying there will be an instantaneous effect, right? But I'm saying bit by bit, the changes you need would come. And also, you should always seek the services of an expert, right? These are just my own thoughts. And what I think. Okay, so like I was saying, you should be able to group your spending into maintenance, productive, adjourning, flamboyant. The things that you need for your day-to-day living should be placed under maintenance. The things that you spend on, believing that it would yield something, either investment and all of that, should be placed under productive. And the things that are not so important should be placed under adjourning. And the things that you need to appear the way you want to appear should be placed under flamboyant. Bottom line is, it is not how much you earn that matters, but how much you spend. Please save that somewhere. It is not how much you earn that matters, but how much you spend. So on that very note, this is where I would hold the call thing, and I would like we do. It has been a usual habit for us here. It's the weekend again, and I want you guys to go have fun, enjoy yourself, but ensure whatever you do, you should do them to the barest minimum and not go overboard your resources, and as well as stay safe. If you're drinking, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and get drunk. Drink and do to the barest minimum, right? So everything you do, be safe. And lastly, I have we have these 3 artists that released songs newly within this week. So and they are on top of our list for this week. So you guys should go check them out. Number 1 is Lizzo, a female. She dropped a song in the course of the weekend, as well as Mr. Easy. He dropped Legalize, and as well as Young Boy Never Broke. Right, so you guys should go check 3 of them out, and have fun, listen, enjoy yourself, stay happy. But mind you, you do, keep yourself out of trouble and stay safe. See you in the next episode.